name is Linda Rogers, and I'm a graduate student at Texas State University. Today I'm going to be going over a review of women and technology. I'm going to be going over a statement of purpose, some background information, and current information regarding this topic. The statement of purpose. Women have shaped the technology world involving computers since the beginning of its conception. However, these amazing stories behind these strong female leaders have been placed in the shadows. By exploring these exceptional ladies and their contributions to the technological sector, we will learn more about the past history of technology and hopefully inspire younger future women in science, technology, engineering, and math, otherwise known as STEM. Now is the time to shed some light on women who shape technology. For background information, we're going to cover the 1800s, World War II, and then NASA. 1800s. Ada Lovelace was born in 1815 and died in 1852. She was actually named Augusta Ada King, Countess of Lovelace, who was an English mathematician and writer. Her mother was responsible for encouraging her to pursue math and logic. She drafted plans for the analytical machine, which performed computations. With the help of Ada's friend, mathematician, and inventor, Charles Babbage, the analytical engine was created to be the world's first general computer. And she published the algorithms for this computer. To honor this woman, the second Tuesday in October is named Ada Lovelace Day. It recognizes and celebrates women in the STEM areas. This is an example of the actual algorithm involved for the analytical engine by Ada Lovelace that was published. In the late 1800s, Harvard's College Observatory had plenty of raw data in direct correlation to astronomy. However, all the men did not want the clerical work of crunching the numbers and calculating the relationships. Edward Pickering, head of the observatory, asked his housemaid, Wilmena Fleming, to compute the data for Harvard. Not only did she compute the data, but she also led a team of more than 80 women who performed the computational work responsible for how we understand the universe as it is now. Wilmena was born in Scotland in 1857 and immigrated to Boston. She died in 1911. This is Wilmena and some of the ladies in the observatory. During 1938 to 1945, a team of women elite code crackers provided the necessary information to allow Prime Minister Winston Churchill advance knowledge of Germany's invasion plans for World War II. These ladies became known as the Bletchley Park Code Crackers. They auditioned for the special team by solving cryptic crossword puzzles in the Times, and then they were moved to a mansion in Bletchley Park to work on the famous World War II codes, hence their name. Additionally, the ladies of the University of Pennsylvania's Moore School of Engineering in 1942 were responsible for the calculations on various fire and bomb trajectories And they actually set up the Electronic Numeric Integrator in Computer, or ENIAC. Not only did they figure out the correct sequence of steps to compute the calculations for each problem, they maneuvered over 3,000 switches and 80 ton of hardware to program by hand. Are you interested to see what type of machinery ENIAC would look like? Well, no fear. Here's the actual ENIAC from Penn's engineering program. Another profound woman, not often associated with World War II, was Grace Hopper, who was an admiral in the U.S. Navy and a computer scientist. She worked on the Harvard Mark I computer, which was an electromechanical computer designated for war efforts. Hopper was one of the first programmers for this computer, and in 1944 she created a 500-page manual of operations for the automatic sequence-controlled calculator, otherwise known as the Foundation of Operating Principles for Computers. In addition, Hopper invented the compiler, which was an intermediary program that translated English instructions into the target computer. Through this impressive invention, code optimization, subroutines, and formula translations were able to come to fruition. NASA employed women to promote large steps for mankind. Katherine Johnson, a mathematician, worked for NASA in the 1950s as she performed critical calculations to promote safe space travels. During 1960, she co-authored a research report for orbital spaceflight. The following year, in 1961, she performed trajectory analysis for the first human spaceflight. And in 1962, she ran equations for the orbital mission of John Glenn. She also received the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2015. While Margaret Hamilton, a computer scientist and systems engineer, led the software engineering division of the MIT Instrumentation Laboratory and coined the term software engineering. Hamilton worked on the computer software development for Apollo 11, which was the first successful mission to the moon in 1969. She received the NASA Exceptional Space Act Award for technical and scientific contributions in 2003, and also the Presidential Medal of Freedom Award in 2016. This is Margaret Hamilton. On the left, she is standing with the actual amount of data that was used for the Apollo 11 mission. To the right, she is inside a simulation for Apollo 11. And in the middle, this is a more recent picture of her, as she is still living. Current information. Did you know that over half of the workforce is women? However, less than 25% hold IT jobs. And approximately 5% of women own their own startups. What about young girls? Did you know they've been discouraged from pursuing STEM in as early as elementary? Now is the time for encouragement, inspiration, and teamwork. Companies and educators alike need to invest in the recruitment and retention of girls women. Hopefully this has shed some light on the women who have helped shape technology. Thank you for your time.